future. I can't wait to continue to tell you more about her as you get older and watch you grow into your own special, independent, amazing woman. I love you.
All kinds of pictures. All right. As most of you in this room know, it took some time for Ellen to give in to my many requests for a date. What most of you don't know, however, is that it was my grandmother Marion's passing that, in a way, would ultimately bring us together. When my grandmother took ill in the spring of 2006, I went down to visit her and say my goodbyes. While the circumstances of the visit weren't ideal, it was this time away from Ellen. You were supposed to be the one to see me. During which she finally realized that she missed me and realized that she thought of me as more than a friend. It was almost immediately after Marion's passing in May 2006, and Ellen and I finally started dating and began our life together. While it's the most painful thing in the world to lose a loved one, every tragedy contains the seeds of triumph. And sometimes in tragedy, we find our life's purpose. The eye sheds a tear to find its focus. I couldn't think of a better way to honor my grandma Marion, along with my grandpa Mike, than through naming the name of our first child. Even the goyim in the room know, or should know, that Mazel or Maisie translates to luck in English. My grandma Marion would always tell us how she was the luckiest woman in the world. Lucky to have met my Mike, as she used to call him, even if it took her until later in life to find him. Lucky to have a family that she loved and cared for, like we were the only people in the world that mattered. And in turn, we're thrilled and honored to care for her after my grandfather, her Mike, passed on. Lucky to have the means to travel and see the world, sometimes on our very own private cruise ships. Samara, this luck which I described above, or Mazel, is just one of the many traits that I hope will pass along from my grandmother Marion, along with her Mike, down to you, our Samara. May you find someone to dote on you and care for you, as much as my grandpa Mike did for his beloved Marion. May you have the wherewithal and sense of internal strength, such as my grandpa Mike did coming out of the Depression and succeeding against all odds. And like my grandma Marion showed, being the only of 9 children to go to college. May you have the sense of loyalty and commitment to family my grandma Marion exemplified by picking up and moving cross country, all for the love of her only son. Most friend. And that my grandpa Mike showed by loving my sister and me as if we were born into family with him as grandchildren. He wasn't our grandfather by birth, but that was never a thought that crossed anyone's mind, as he loved us with all his heart and never hesitated to show us, including a trip to Disney World when my father didn't want to go. We are blessed to honor the memory of my grandma Marion, along with my grandpa Mike, by bestowing you with the middle name of Maisie, or Mazel.
Now we have a little reading for Ellen and Michael. Sure. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my might, I thank you, God, for the gift of this wonderful child. I thank you for a healthy pregnancy, a safe delivery, and a speedy recovery.
With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my might, I pray for the continued health of this child. I pray for her to be strong in mind and body, to grow steadily and sturdily in a home filled with joy. I pray for her to become a person who greets the world with passion, courage, humility, humor, and patience. With all our hearts, with all our souls, with all our might, we pray for God to watch over us and our family. We pray for the ability to love and nurture this child, to provide for her and to educate her, to understand her, and to allow her the freedom to grow. From the top.
As we close our ceremony today, we will do so with the same blessing that I offered near the end of Ellen and Michael's wedding. Birkat HaKohanim, or the priestly blessing, is among the oldest liturgy in Jewish tradition. This blessing, which was once recited twice daily by the high priests in the temple in Jerusalem, is now recited on holidays and special occasions, and in some families, parents give this blessing to their children every Friday night. As I bless Samara with these ancient words, my hope for your family is that your lives together will forever be a source of comfort, peace, and protection. As I chant these words, I invite you, Ellen and Michael, to think back to the moment of your wedding. Oh, no, we're almost done. To recall the excitement and anticipation you felt as you embarked on creating your own family. And then looking at your beautiful daughter to feel how the love between you has grown, even beyond your wildest dreams. May you continue to bring to each other love and great joy every day, now and forever. Should we attempt to pass it on? May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai. May the light of that presence shine upon you and strengthen you. Ya'er Adonai, Ana Beilecha, V'yasem lecha shalom. May God bestow favor upon you and grant you peace. Things you have sown, may it be God's will. So before we close, I have just one more little blessing to offer you. One more little blessing. And this blessing doesn't come originally from me, but it originally comes from Christopher Robin to Winnie the Pooh. And he said, promise me you'll always remember. You're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, smarter than you think. Amen. So now the additional part of this whole day is what we call Su'udah Mitzvah, or the mitzvah of feasting. And so all of you need to help us with this very final mitzvah of the day by eating the abundance of food that we have. And
We're gonna break this in the middle of this room.
Steven.
Isabel, you come as a team, you're the photographer. She's like,